Welcome back on the same issue. We are delighted to be having with us Mr. Ayoub, Mahmoud Ayoub, former commercial minister. Good morning, Ambassador Ayoub.
You and to the viewers.
Hello?
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, sir. So, as we are speaking now, the truce have already begun, almost at 7 a.m. This morning. And of course, good news that there is going to be exchange of hostages between the occupation forces and the Hamas resistance.
Good.
So, first of all, let us sum up or assess this truce. Of course, it was mediated mostly thanks to the Egyptian side, Qatari side, and with the U.S. side also at the same time. If you like to assess this truce.
This is a positive response or positive development as far as crisis in Gaza is concerned. Thanks to the efforts of Egypt in this respect, and also thanks to other players like Qatar and the United States, it is very important, crucial, and this invasion, or whatever name we call to it, give it, it is devastating to the peace in the Middle East, and that is why it is crucial that this first step is beginning, and ceasefire is intact now, and we hope that it will continue for a good time, so that the Gazan people can live as human beings on their own land.
Right. We're speaking of a 4-day period of truce between both sides, through which a number of hostages are going to be released on the occupation side, and from the Palestinian resistance side also hostages. How many on the occupation side, and how many on the Palestinian resistance side?
The numbers, they are volatile at this moment, but it is some hundreds of hostages, or whatever name we call to it, from civilians and from women, from children, and for Israelis, Palestinians, Americans, Europeans, and they will be released in this operation, which is crucial to begin a new peace settlement in the Gaza sector. It is very important, and that is why Egypt has played a dominant role in paving the road to reach to this consensus between the two warring parties in Gaza, and hope that it will continue, and that it is not just beginning, but will continue for some days and months and weeks and months to come.
Could be broadened. Yes. As we are speaking, we're speaking about, if we need to be specific about the numbers, 50 women and children hostages captured by the Palestinian resistance, and 150 Palestinians captured or detainees held in the occupation jails, which is a pretty good number. I mean, it's a very good deal. Speaking about also the convoys of aid that are delivered through the Rafah border throughout full 4 days, how can we guarantee that it's going to reach to the needy people inside the Gaza Strip? I mean, how can we guarantee that there is no violation, no intruder is going to get through to prevent these convoys of aid reaching to the people who need it inside, the people who are stranded inside the Gaza Strip?
The two warring parties must respect the rules to which they agree.
Can I just comment for a moment? There is no two warring parts. There is resistance, Palestinian resistance, is resisting the genocidal crimes against humanity by the occupation forces. So there is only one part who is very aggressive, attacking brutality, committing crimes against humanity.
Yes, of course. The two parties, one aggressive party and aggression party, that is Israeli party, and the Palestinians are defending their own land. It is well known to us that they are defending their own land. When they are releasing this number of hostages, they are giving a green leaf to the other side, the attacking side, that we need peace and we want peace and we are serious about it. When 80 or 100 or 150 families are concerned. This means hundreds of people who are living in Gaza and living on the other part of the borders are taking care that we need peace and we need the lives of our children, our women and our wives and our daughters to come out of this situation, because the resistance of Palestinians is justified according to international law. When there is aggression, there should be, of course, causes in each way, and that is a good thing that the process began now, and it must continue so that they can live freedom. And this is one part. Other part which is very important is that the convoys who are coming from Egypt through Rafah to Gaza must reach its destination. That is, its destination are the Palestinians who are besieged. It's food, it is medication, it is medicines, it is also power and energy, and also satellites, and all this, and water, of course. And these are for livelihood of the human beings living in their own land and being attacked by Israelis at this moment.
Right. The Israeli occupation forces, or the Israeli occupation in general, have issued a statement saying that this truce could possibly be extended or broadened as long as hostages could be released. I mean, if you like to comment on this statement, and especially that statements or promises by this entity called the occupation, the Israeli occupation, is not trusted at all. Those people have no faith. You can never trust their promises. They have no conscience, nothing. So how can you hold an agreement or trust their promises, releasing hostages? I mean, in the near future, hopefully that they could cease fire, I mean, for more days. If you like to comment.
The history of the promises of the Israelis is black history, in fact. So what can be done in this way? Don't release, the Palestinians should not release the hostages and the prisoners all at once, but on a gradual stage, and they release it after they receive their prisoners in Israeli hands. That is very important. The crucial that it should be timetable, not the Palestinians should not release all the hostages at one moment, and then the Israelis will stop release of Palestinians and begin aggression again. So there should be a timetable so that the Palestinians are sure that what they need is in their own hand, that is their women and their families are back to their homes, which is destructed by the Israeli invasion.
So we need also to give credit to the Egyptian side, mainly since day one in this brutal aggression against the innocent brothers in Palestine inside the Gaza Strip. Egypt from day one, and President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi have been taking it over his shoulder and even over the shoulder of the Egyptian side to be able to stand up for their rights, speak up for the Palestinians, holding a peace conference, hosting more than 36 countries to seek or sort out a way to be able to save the people stranded, the innocent civilians that are brutally attacked and massacred in cold blood by the occupation forces inside the Gaza Strip. So how do you estimate, or how do you assess the role of the Egyptian side? Of course, the Qatari side came, and then this urged the American side also to cooperate, as they saw the pressure from the whole world to cease fire. So how do you assess the great Egyptian role in the ceasefire, in this truce, and in supporting the Palestinian cause in general?
From day one, and before day one, Egypt has played and is playing a crucial role defending the rights of Palestinians in their own land. That is very important to highlight at first instance. This number one. Number two, When the convoys are coming, 80% of the aid to Gaza is coming from Egypt. 20% from other sources like the Red Cross and other countries they are helping, but still 80% is borne by the Egyptian people and by the Egyptian budget, and the Egyptian president has been very clear in this respect from day one, and even and before day one, the Palestinians should be defended and should be protected in their own land against this onslaught on their own territory. That is very important. Besides, even in the international arena where President Fattah Sisi has been to, he highlighted the importance of peace, highlighted the importance of truth, highlighted the importance of stopping the human sufferings of Palestinians in their own land. He has spoken in several, in Africa and in Europe and in Asia in this respect. So he's the best ambassador for the Palestinian cause is Egypt in that respect. And that's something which is highly commended and should be appreciated by all the parties, because we are playing a peaceful role, not an aggressive role as Netanyahu is playing.
Right. Also, talking about this truth and analyzing it from all sides, we need also to assess the American side, which is a very important side, because for over 48 years now, the American side have been taking a staunch stance in this particular cause. Has been a staunch supporter to the Israeli occupation, backing them in all their, backing this entity in all its brutal attacks, their lies, faking truths, the massacres that they have committed and crimes against humanity for 48 full years against the innocent native residents of Palestine. So do you think the world is starting to feel a slight change in their stance? I mean, their support is lessening. They feel that they are being involved in a situation they wouldn't be like to be involved in, with the true colors of the Israeli occupation being revealed to the whole world?
Clearly, from the first day, the Israeli aggression against Gaza has not been done without the consent or encouragement of the United States. When I say encouragement, this means I refer to the Navy, which is coming, the warships is coming near Gaza, just as a backbone for our supporting the Israeli invasion and the Israeli aggression against Gaza. So the United States played a crucial role, a very crucial role in initiating this process of aggression. And now it's coming to the conclusion that aggression will not survive, and it cannot be victorious. That is why the United States had to change its stand in this respect, and they begin the peace process thanks to Egypt, of course, and also to the efforts by Qatari government trying to reach a consensus and an agreement on at least a truce, so that the Palestinians can breathe some oxygen and breathe some fresh air and drink some water, find some water or food for their children. And that is very important. What is happening now is against humanity, against international law, and it was a genocide which should be stopped at the moment.
Right. When we talk about this truth, Ambassador Ayoub, we talk about so many elements that have helped force this truth over, a side like the United States, which we earlier mentioned as a staunch backer to the Israeli occupation side. We're talking about first the Egyptian side, which is the strongest foundation, and the backer, have been backing up this Palestinian cause for years and years, an honest supporter. We talk also about the international pressure of the whole world that have been continuing for almost 40 days now, and talking also about Qatar that have took it over its shoulder to participate in this positive step. So if you like to comment.
Egypt is playing the main role. It is now supported by Qatar, thanks to Qatari government, and at last the United States is convinced, or President Biden is convinced now that aggression cannot prevail, and the casualties by the Israelis and between Europeans who are living in Israel with dual citizenship, they are suffering in that respect, whether they are killed or ambushed or taken as prisoners. So they were forced to move, forced by the families of the prisoners who are in the hand of the Palestinian resistance. So the ground, the realities forced the United States and, will I say, Israel in this respect to hold this truce and hope that it will continue, and that the people of Gaza or the Palestinians in their own land can live a decent life like all the other peoples in the world.
Right. Also, how do we, regard the facts like, observing the situation, the current situation now, and the statements that were given by the occupation officials that this aggression won't end unless all elements of the Palestinian resistance are eradicated. And under this justification, they are totally eradicating the face of earth concerning everything that is Palestinian. So in that light, or in that particular ideology, how could anything succeed with an ideology like that?
This ideology is forced to be changed by the ground resistance by the Palestinians.
Right.
They are for the Israelis, or the aggression, or the Israeli aggression was forced to stop because they felt the pinch of and the deaths and from their party, and that is why they had to stop it. As far as the Palestinian resistance is there, and as far as it is alive, it will continue resisting the occupation of the Israelis to their own land. And I say they were forced, they were not convinced, but rather forced to stop aggression and begin a new round of the negotiations with the Palestinians, with the Egyptian and Qatari and the United States as catalysts in this respect. But the ground fact is that many families are feeling the pinch of the aggression. They are feeling that they are losing more than they are winning. Tries to suppress the Palestinians in their own land is against all the international laws, which are known to all of us. And that is why the Israelis are coming to the conclusion that they cannot continue like that, because the world opinion, public opinion in the world, including in Britain, in the United States, and in France, and other Western countries, are beginning to shift. Many countries are beginning to expel Israeli ambassadors, like in Latin America and Arab countries and elsewhere. They are expelling Israeli ambassadors. This means that there is a shift in the public opinion in the world, as the media were played a crucial role in falsifying facts. Now are coming, the people are seeing that they're coming to the fact that the ground facts means
Right.
that the Palestinians are defending their own land and their own freedom.
Right. Ambassador Ayoub, Mahmoud Ayoub, former commercial minister, would like to thank you, sir, talking to us on the Breakfast Show today. You have a good day. We're going to go to a short break and we'll come to continue the Breakfast Show, so stay with us.